Alright, so in this video we're going to continue adding detail. As you can see, I kind of went and already did a lot of the things, the same things that I did to these pieces of geometry I did already to these, as in I separated them and I went and I pretty much filled the holes and connected the geometry. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you basically with this last part, which is the only one that I didn't address. So again, I'm going to go to mesh, fill a hole, and I'm just basically going to go ahead and start connecting some of these components, make sure that I have nice flowing geometry so I can keep adding detail. So let's just start connecting some components here. And see this one right here, G. And we have a couple of components that we might need to connect, but you're not going to be able to use to connect components for this because we have geometry that's intercepting. So for that, I'm actually going to switch to my split polygon tool. So I'm just going to go ahead and make those cuts myself. Press enter to finish that one, and then I just have to do another one right over here. Alright, so I have connecting components now, and I'm going to press on 3 so it gives me a preview of what it looks like. And again, I'm going to have to add another edge loop over here because make sure that it's actually connecting to this part. So let's use the insert edge loop tool here. Alright, that's nice. And again, I'm going to look at my reference just to make sure that I'm adding all the detail that I'm supposed to be adding. Alright, so another thing that I'm noticing is that this part over here is also kind of flat and a little bit edgy, and right now I have it curved and it's not like that there. Let's see, the curviness here just kind of works fine, so I'm just going to go ahead and address that. And alright, so again, I made this a little bit sharper and still kind of keeps this little bit of a curve here, and I did that by not adding any cuts to that area. Might have to, let's see, enter, selected, and perhaps this is something that I have to fix so I don't have any collapse in geometry. And as you can see, there's no edge loops right there that are keeping that a little bit sharper than it's supposed to. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple edge loops. So let's see, G, because it's the last thing that I was using. Doesn't have to be super sharp, but it's nice like this. And okay, that seems to be working pretty well. Alright, so and at this point, before I do anything else, I want to make sure that I address whatever geometry issues that I may have. For instance, here I know I have a little bit of collapse in geometry and a little bit of sharpness, sharp kind of edge right here, and it's because if I go back to my original, I added an edge loop to keep this right here a little sharp, but it ended up adding a little bit of a corner here unintentionally, so I need to make sure I fix that. And I'm just gonna basically select this this whole edge, and I'm going to be using the slide edge tool to basically make sure that I'm moving that edge along this face right here, and by doing that I won't change the shape of the curve too much. So again, the closer my edge is to this one, is going to make a sharper corner, so we want to keep it a little bit farther. And let's see, might have done a little bit too much there, so I'm just going to do a little bit of it. And again, I'm just middle mouse clicking and just dragging. Alright, and I'm doing 3 so I can see a preview of it. And alright, so that fixed that problem. Now let's look at what's going on here. And again, it could be because this piece of the couch right here doesn't have enough loops to tell it that it's supposed to be more like a sharp edge or a sharp cut. So let's go back to this. I can also go in there and maybe move my geometry a little bit so it's not so close to it, but I am going to have to add some resolution as well. So just kind of move it a little bit. This again. Let's see. I'm going to use the insert edge loop tool. This guy right here. Let's see, and just by adding an extra edge loop around here is going to create a little bit of sharpness on that corner. And again, I want to be careful here, because if I create another edge loop over here, it's going to give me a better corner here, but at the same time I just created a little bit of a corner here. So again, the same thing that I did with my edge at the bottom, I basically select this edge over here, and I'm going to use my slide edge tool, middle mouse click button, and just kind of slide it a little bit. And again, that's just to make sure that I don't get any sharp edges or too much close geometry that's going to create those the weird kind of sharp curvature that I had going on there. Alright, so let's see, I think I'm going to stop at this moment, save. And again, another good practice that for this type of modeling is that whenever you're going to do an extreme change to your scene, make sure you save and save as a different file. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to start adding these pieces right here, these kind of separators and the little pillows right here and the legs. So that's going to be on the next video.